Hello, welcome back to the Spooky Swans podcast. I'm Josh,
And I'm Jess.
and it was my spin last week, and we landed on Classic, which I mentioned at the end. I knew right away what movie we were doing.
And just to refresh the people's memories, what is classic? Because sometimes people don't know what classic means.
Very old movie, black and white,
Very old black and white movie.
which I watch a lot of. I grew up on that. I've mentioned in the past. You not so much.
Not so much. The only thing I remember as a kid seeing in black and white was that I remember, because my memory's not the greatest, was the Three Stooges.
It's quality.
Yeah, from my grandpa.
I still watch the Three Stooges.
That's
You,
the only thing I can remember, but I definitely know that there probably has to be more things. Just I don't really remember.
yeah. Well, I decided to pick House on Haunted Hill. It is one of, I wouldn't say one of the first movies I've ever seen, but like it's definitely one of the first ones I remember. Um, yeah, it's another one of those movies I've mentioned, you know, getting my start on horror movies. My neighbor, um, showed me a bunch of VHS tapes in their new theater room, and this was one of them. Um, And the only name that matters is Vincent Price. He's the only one that matters in this whole movie. Um, we don't really have to get into cast because nobody is going to know who the fuck these people are because this was 1958.
Yeah, so I looked up the cast, and besides the person you just said, I looked into, the girl who played Nora, the one that was screaming the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And she died at a very, very young age.
Did she?
She died at 36 years old. And she did this film at 24 years old. And I looked to see what the heck she died from. She died 1970.
Mm.
Self-inflicting gunshot wound.
Jesus.
That's what she died from.
Yeah, Carolyn Craig.
Yes.
Jeez.
Very, very young.
That's wild. I did not know that.
Very wild, because when I pulled up the cast, she wasn't coming up originally.
Mm.
And I was like, that's weird. She was one of the main characters
Yeah.
of this film, and you would think that she would come up in the cast list. So then it was like, maybe she just stopped acting right afterwards, but no, she passed away very young. Crazy, right?
Yeah, Hollywood is a very difficult place for females, especially back in the day, back then. I'm sure it played some role in it, but yeah, that's
She looked like she was going to have a very promising career, though, because I did look up what she worked on, and she was consecutively booking jobs.
she's very good in this.
Yeah. She's very, very pretty, because the minute she popped up on the screen, mind you, this is a black and white movie, I was like, oh, she's so pretty.
She has a very classic Hollywood look to her.
Yes. I love that look.
Yeah. Yeah. She was great in this movie. One of the original scream queens, I would say. That scream you hear throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. She screamed at everything in this.
Every little thing. At first, it's like cool, but then afterwards, you're like, all right,
Like, we get it.
we get it. Shut up.
Ugh. But, yeah, I got shown this very young because it's not horrifying. I mean, it was made in 58, but I don't know.
It's not. I mean, I guess I would say like it has a few little jump scares, but not enough to get us, but somebody who maybe starting out in horror.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was like 2 to 3 good scenes in there that would make somebody jump.
There was good jumps in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's quite a few. But so we'll dive right in. First off, I gotta say, the house on Haunted Hill is one of the ugliest houses I've ever seen. It looks like a prison. And I know it's like classic Hollywood home, but it's like the inside is fine. The outside is atrocious.
So the funny part about the outside, that house has been featured in a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Enos House, and it's a historical house now. It's not a mansion either. And that house was built in the 1920s in LA. So they used the exterior shots for this movie of this house. But I agree with you. Not my cup of tea.
It's not, I would not live there. No. Inside was fine.
I didn't like the inside either, but like,
I don't know.
I didn't like the inside either. How it was set up. But I know that they just kind of, they prop, you know.
You gotta.
It was just a set.
Yeah. You gotta make it work for what you're doing.
Yes.
But yeah, so it starts off, you see one of the main characters, Watson Pritchard. He is just a disembodied head, and he's floating towards the screen to give you like a little bit of backstory on the house before the movie kicks off. He mentions it's the only true haunted house in the world, and 7 people, including his brother, were murdered there. And he since purchased the home, I guess, to kind of keep an eye on it. And he only spent 1 night in the house. And when they found him in the morning, he was almost dead.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, he, has not gone back to the house. Then we meet Frederick Loren, who is Vincent Price's character, who is this very wealthy man. They never really go into how he made his money, but he's very wealthy. And his wife, Annabelle, his 4th wife, mind you. And she wants to throw a party, a nice little haunted house party. And you could just tell by the way he talks about her that he, I wouldn't say hates her, but there's something there.
Oh no, they despise each other.
Yeah. Well, you get into that more later on, but he just keeps going, oh, she's so amusing. But the twist is he decides the guests. So he invited everybody, which immediately pisses off Annabelle. But the deal is they have to spend the entire night in the house, which has no electricity. The doors lock, and there's no way out of the house until morning, till the caretakers come back. And the ones who stay get $10,000, which I did some math, and today's money, it would be just short of like $118,000. Realistically, give or take.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. I would have done it for 10. But
I would have done it for 10 also.
Yeah.
I could pay off one of my debts with that.
Yeah. And basically they get the money, or if they die, their next of kin gets the money. Then they go and they show each person arriving. So there's 5 guests in total. There's a test pilot named Lance, a newspaper columnist named Ruth, a psychiatrist, Dr. David Trent, and his secretary, Nora, who is Carolyn Craig. And then, of course, there was Watson Pritchard. He was, who owns the house now. He's staying another night.
Mm-hmm.
Because he, even though he owns this beautiful home, he desperately needs money. So, yeah, and all the strangers just show up and they're meeting and they're like, this is weird. How do you know him?
Mind you, they're all showing up in, what is that vehicle called?
Oh, he arranged their rides to be in hearses.
Yeah.
Which is a very nice touch.
I like that.
I do too.
Yes. And as they're driving in, you kind of get the little synopsis of each person.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, they all need money. So they're all coming today.
Yeah, whether it be gambling debts or, you know, some form of, yeah, they all need money badly. They all meet in like the foyer, and they're talking, and like, oh, well, how do you know him? And it's like, oh, I don't know him. I thought you knew him. And what do you do? And they're all getting to know each other. And really, the only person who would possibly know him would be Nora, Carolyn Craig, because she is the only one who works for one of his companies. But she's just a secretary. She's like, I mean, I've seen him once or twice, but I've never met him. And they're all like, we randomly got like letters or phone calls, you know, inviting us. As all this is happening, we just see a chandelier just kind of slowly shaking back and forth. And you're like, well, that's going to hurt someone. And sure enough, it falls, and Lance quickly pulls Nora out of the way, and thus begins her freak out of the evening. As this happens, Frederick goes to see Annabelle and is like, hey, your guests are arriving, and they're already getting shaken up because a chandelier fell. Isn't that something? Like, your guests almost died and you're thinking nothing of it.
Yeah, basically. And he reminds his wife that it's her party.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I never asked for this party. And he's like, oh, come down for your guests. Come meet them. And she's like, no. Like, straight up, just like, no. And she's just brushing her hair. And then they start roasting each other, which is great. I was giggling at their roasting.
It gets so funny because he does this thing where he picks up the champagne and he shakes it. And she's like, why must you always do that? It ruins the champagne. And he just aims the bottle at her. Then he's like, wouldn't this be a fun headline? Millionaire kills wife with champagne cork. And he just aims the bottle at her. And, oh my God, they just keep going back and forth. And then he's like, remember the fun we had when you poisoned me? And she's like, oh, yes. So we kind of learn the backstory that this is his fourth wife. The other three died.
Yeah. Oh, well, two of them died. One of them
Disappeared.
Yeah. So probably died.
Yeah, two of them died of heart attacks, and the other one, who knows? And then he's basically like, would you go away for $1 million tax-free? And she's like, no, I want all of it. She's like, I deserve all of it for what you put me through. So we learn that he's very, like, I don't know, possessive and jealous and all of that.
Mm-hmm. And he said something along the lines of, yeah, all his guests believe in the ghosts and spirits, and they're freaked out. And she starts laughing, and she's like, the only ghoul in this house is you.
Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, you're so amusing. Oh, I love their back and forth because it goes on throughout the whole
their little banter.
Yeah.
Because of their banter back and forth, from their roasting back and forth, people thought they didn't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like the actors didn't like each other.
You know what's funny? This isn't really funny. It's more dark, but they remind me of my father and stepmother.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's a good comparison. But they actually don't like each other.
Yeah, so it works.
Yeah.
Ugh. So Frederick goes in, greets the group, and explains, the terms of the party, and basically you have to stay the night. Those who do get $10,000, no strings attached. As this happens, Pritchard keeps talking about the ghosts, and he's like, they're restless, they're already upset that we're here, this and that. And Frederick is like, well, why don't you just give us a tour? Show us around this ghost-ridden house. And he's like, okay. Mind you, before this, Watson scares everybody by pulling a very large knife out of a hidden spot in the couch and saying, "This is what she used to kill my brother." And they're like, "All right, you're fun." He brings the mood down of everybody
Yeah.
the whole time. Like, we get it. Your brother was murdered, but this is a party. And he tells them that, like, people were murdered and body parts were found all over the house, but they never found the heads. And they're like, so there's two heads just kind of floating around in the house? He's like, yeah. They're like, cool. So they go on the tour. He shows them the rooms that were tied to the murders, and he's like, people died basically everywhere in this house. And while that's happening, Ruth is standing there, and they look up and see a blood spot, like splatter on the ceiling. That was a stain, and a bit of blood drops down on her hand. And she does not freak out, which is odd. More people would freak out if blood dripped on them. She's just like, oh, that's not cool. And then he's like, they marked you. It's too late. And they're like, the fuck, man? Like, calm down. Again, bringing the whole mood down of this party.
Still not freaked out by this point either. She just wipes it off.
Yeah, she wipes it off. She's like, all right. Well.
It's good. Like, and she steps out of, like, where it is.
Yeah. She's like, all right, that's gross, but moving on. So then they were asking about, Frederick was like, didn't somebody die in a vat of acid or something like that? And he's like, oh yeah, that was the basement. Let's go check it out. So they go down to the basement, which is huge, like 15 feet tall ceilings, like it's massive.
It's like a cellar.
It's
like a wine cellar.
A wine cellar, yeah. It's huge. As they're all standing there, Watson goes over and he's telling the story about the man who used to own the house was very big into wine, and he used to, experiment with different mixtures. And he was talking about how he was a jealous husband and discovered that his wife was having an affair. So he filled a vat with acid and threw her in. And as he's saying this, you see, like, the floor lift up in this giant vat just filled with liquid. And they're all like, or Nora's getting a little too close to the edge and almost falls in, and Lance saves her again. And he's like, oh, thank God she didn't fall in. She's like, you mean there's still acid in there? And he's like, oh, well, let's find out. Just nonchalantly picks up a rat trap and with a dead rat, which is huge, and just flicks it into the pool, and we see it start to bubble, and then just the skeleton of a rat pop up, which is an awesome effect. But so they're, they start to get kind of grossed out by that. So everyone's like, let's go back upstairs.
Yeah. And they're like, close it.
Yeah, they close it up, and then the whole group goes back up except for Lance, who we immediately get pervy vibes from, only because he shuts the door before Nora can leave. Even though she tries to leave again, he closes it on her again. And it's like the 50s, so nobody thinks anything of it, but it was weird. So he decides to use this time to get closer to her and ask her, like, so how do you know him? Like, how did you get invited here? And they're going back and forth. But then they decide to just explore the basement more. And we find a random room that's pitch black, and Lance walks in, and the door shuts behind him. And this is where we get our first jump scare. All the lights go out, like the candles dim, and Nora looks up to see this horrifying old woman come out of the shadows. Even though, like,
she was horrifying.
She was horrifying. Like, it's kind of funny in context to who she is, but it's It was horrifying. So she screams, and then the old woman just. It's like the meme of Homer Simpson where he slowly backs into the bushes. She just slowly backs into the shadows. I don't know. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, pretty much. And she just disappears.
Yeah. Nora, freaking out, runs upstairs to get help. Everybody goes downstairs to find Lance. And she's like, oh, the door's locked. It won't open. Opens right away. And Lance is laying there with like a small wound on his head. And he's like, oh, someone hit me. I don't know what happened. And the doctor, the psychiatrist, is like, there's no one in here. No way to get in. It's clearly you just ran into the wall. So he's like, oh, yeah, that must have been it. Which, I don't know.
And then the doctor kind of sets up the hysteria like, oh, she's just, being hysterical.
Yeah, she's being hysterical. She's, in over her
She
head.
thinks she saw things, but it's not really there.
Yeah. So they go back upstairs to get cleaned up.
There's another little scene where the husband goes back to his wife, Annabelle, and tells her she needs to come downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And he originally she's fighting with him. They're going back and forth again, bickering. And eventually he's like, you have no choice. You need to come downstairs. So then they all go downstairs to the...
Grabs her by the ponytail.
Yeah. Yeah, and he wraps his hands around her neck and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And... Hello, Frankie.
Hi. Frankie just joined us.
Yeah.
Hello.
Just watch her so she doesn't walk on top of the computer. Anyways, they all go downstairs, and now Frederick is introducing everyone. Like, he's like, these are the caretakers. This is the wife. And, I am missing a whole chunk, aren't I?
You are.
Because she actually runs into Nora first and says, how do you know my husband?
Well, no. So we're missing a whole nother chunk as well.
Oopsies.
So, oh my God, there's so much jumping around in this movie. I'm sorry.
Oopsies.
So after Frederick gets cleaned up, or not Frederick, Jesus, Lance gets cleaned up, Frederick and Watson are like kind of going at it. So Lance uses this as an opportunity to slip away. And him and Nora go back down to the basement to check the room to see how somebody got in to hit him. Because he's like, I didn't run into a wall. Somebody hit me. So they go downstairs with the candles, and he's like counting the steps, and he's like, all right, this room, it's not that far from here. So like, I don't know. It's weird. But he's like, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to knock on the wall. You go in that room and we'll see where we meet up. So as that happens, Nora just turns around and we get another jump scare of the old woman just standing there with this horrible look on her face. Nora flips the fuck out as this woman just glides across the floor out of the room. Lance comes running, and she's like, didn't you see her?
She did look like she was floating across the room.
She was. She was legit just floating across the floor. And Nora's trying to tell Lance what happened, and he starts laughing. He's like, I didn't see anybody come out. And she's like, so you don't believe me? And he's like, well, how could I? And then she just storms off. So that's when they're all alone in their rooms. And that's where Annabelle meets...
She meets Nora first.
She meets Nora first.
And she goes into Nora's room and says, how do you know my husband? Mm-hmm. Basically introducing herself and kind of questioning her. And then she's kind of like, oh, you're very pretty. Mm-hmm. Like, are you sure you don't know my husband?
Yeah, just kind of like sniffing around.
Yeah. Because she's convinced that her husband has something grander planned.
Mm-hmm. But she can't. She doesn't know what.
She doesn't know exactly what.
Yeah. So yeah, they basically talk for a few, and then she goes out, and that's where she meets Lance.
Well, actually, before she leaves the room, she tells, it's funny because I even said, like, that's really funny. She tells Nora not to roam around, not to go anywhere alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, all right, get freshen up and I'll see you downstairs.
Leaves her alone.
And leaves her alone. Like, and I started laughing. I was like, that's funny. She says, don't be alone. And then leaves her alone.
And just bails on her.
As she leaves the room, she runs into Lance now.
Yeah. And then she basically asks him the same questions, like, how do you know my husband? And then she confides in him, saying that she's afraid that he's going to try and kill her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, can I rely on you if things go wrong? And he's just like, yeah, sure. Not very convincing. But he's like, yeah, all right. And yeah, so she leaves and then sees Frederick coming. So she like takes off and runs and hides in her room. They all meet up downstairs. And this is where Annabelle meets everybody.
Mm-hmm. This is where this is where I jumped.
Yeah.
This is where Frederick introduces his wife, Annabelle, and then also introduces the caretakers, which is the
creepy old woman from the basement.
Creepy old woman from the basement, and then this other creepy old man.
Mm-hmm. Which, it's kind of funny in context now that we know who the creepy old woman is, because he describes her as, well, she is blind. So just the fact that there's this random elderly blind woman hanging out in a basement is kind of funny. I don't know. And then
she is floating around now.
Yeah, and she just stands there with the creepy look on her face, and it's really funny.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so they're going over the rules again. And Frederick has
party favors.
Party favors. Yeah. He has little coffins on the table, which I love this. And each one of them has a pistol. And he's like, oh, if anyone feels unsafe, take a pistol, and these are our party favors for the evening. And Watson is like, these are no good against ghosts. I mean, they're going to do nothing. Then smart people are like, well, the ghost is not really who I'm worried about at this point, because everybody's being kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
As this is happening, there's still like 20 minutes to midnight, which is when the doors get locked.
Mm-hmm.
But then the caretakers disappear and the doors lock early.
You don't even see them slip out. They just kind of vanish.
Because they're weird and they like glide.
I know.
But they lock the front door. Now, this house, there's bars on all the windows, which like go into concrete. The door is 100% steel, so there's no breaking it down. There's no phone, no electricity, and the closest people are like miles and miles away. So they're literally alone until morning. So everybody starts freaking out, and they decide that they're going to go to their rooms. And most people take pistols, not everybody, though.
Yeah, Nora wants to leave, but because the caretakers left before midnight, Frederick went to try the door, and he's like, oh, I'm afraid they've left.
Yeah, I'm afraid they've made that decision for you. Like, yeah. Oh, I love Vincent Price.
Which I don't know if I'd be comfortable leaving with the caretakers, though, either. They're freaking gliding.
They're gliding, and we also forgot this little tidbit. Nora goes off on her own and gets attacked by the guy who I guess is just trying to warn her, like, you need to leave with us. And then she flips out and runs away.
I would have heard him out.
They're like, why? But, yeah, so they all go to their rooms and, like, lock themselves in after giving each other dirty looks, like, I don't trust you kind of looks. And
So that's when Nora goes back to her room and she sees a severed head in her
yes.
suitcase,
Mm-hmm.
and she starts screaming, runs downstairs, runs out of the room and then runs downstairs to meet everybody, and she's like telling them to come to her room, that she's found the missing head. And what do you know? She brings them back to the room. It's gone.
That's gone.
Yeah. So then the doctor's like, "You're losing it. Do you want like a sedative?"
That was the funniest question of the
Yeah,
whole movie. Would you like a sedative?
pretty much.
Who brings sedatives to a party?
He's a doctor.
Still, though, like you're going to a party, you don't bring tools with you. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, I feel like doctors always have like something with them.
There's weird times back then.
Bring your prescription pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were like, just stay in the room. You'll feel like they were pretty much like, and then the rest of them were like, let's have a meeting downstairs
Mm-hmm.
and 5, except for her, because she's losing it.
Just out of her fucking mind.
She's out of her mind. No one believes her at this point either.
No. It isn't until Lance goes back upstairs to check on her, to find her freaking out again.
Uh-huh.
And she tells him somebody attacked her and left her for dead.
And she thinks it was Frederick.
Yeah. So Lance,
he starts believing her because the wife seemed afraid of her husband, too.
Yeah. So Lance tells her basically, the guy will stay in the room. Whoever attacked you isn't going to come back because they already think you're dead, which is not sound reasoning. She has the gun on the dresser. He's like, if someone comes in, you fucking use it because somebody, is trying to kill people here. So the whole point, so now they all decide that, everybody should lock themselves in their rooms till the end of the night. Or no.
No, not just yet. Okay, so the guys start going down the stairs, right? And you see Annabelle.
Yes.
She's committed suicide. No, she's hung herself.
Yeah.
So 2 of the guys go to like untie her and bring her down.
Yeah, Lance and the psychiatrist bring her down.
And then they like lay her on a bed. And at first they have her head cut off, like, so you can't see who was the one who hung themselves. You just know that it's a woman.
Mm.
So at this point, you're thinking it's Nora. Until they say, like, such a shame, and they're all looking at the body.
Mm.
And then Frederick comes in and sees that his wife is dead.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole part is all over the place. Yeah. So after that is when they finally decide, everyone lock themselves in their rooms, have your guns with you. If anybody should leave their room, we have to assume that they're the killer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the reason why they think that she didn't hang herself, that it must have been a murder because it's too high up.
It's too high up. There was nothing for her to climb onto. And, like, was she going to pull herself up with the rope around her neck? They're like, no, somebody definitely killed her. So they're all staying in their rooms. Sorry. Nora is, everyone or whoever thought they killed her hasn't come back yet, so she's hiding in her room. Her lights go out again, or the candles, and we see, which is very decent effects for 1958. We see a rope come through the window, like through the bars, and like wrap around her ankles. And then she looks up to see Annabelle hanging outside of the window and is like, I don't know, threatening her, or I don't know. But she's gone completely fucking nuts at this point.
Yeah.
Which this part also annoyed me. And I've seen this movie 30 times and I've never noticed this. How did Annabelle get outside?
There must be a way to get outside. There has to be.
I guess. So.
It's funny because you're the only one who mentions this, and when I was looking up this movie and facts and stuff like that, that fact didn't come up at all. Like, nobody's really talking about that part.
Which is surprising to me. I gotta post something online and get people's opinions.
Yeah, as to how they did it. Because I was saying, like, it could be some type of, like, projector or something like that. But then
Maybe.
I'm like, could it, though? Because this is the 50s we're talking about.
I guess. I don't know. I gotta rewatch it again.
It is a nice effect, though.
It is cool. Nora finally losing her shit, like, fully, grabs the gun and just runs out of the room and starts looking for people.
Not just yet. So, actually, what the heck was his name?
Watson?
No, Lance. Went to go check on her. Remember? And then he's like, something's bad is going on. We have to get the hell out of here. I'm gonna find it. They keep saying that there's no way out of here, but I don't believe them. I need to find a way out of here. And he's telling her, you need to stay here. The minute I find a way out of here, I'm gonna come back for you.
Mm-hmm.
So he leaves and he goes behind like this curtain area that's closed off, and he ends up in a secret room and he gets stuck in there.
That's right. And the wall closes behind him.
Yeah. So eventually Nora gets impatient from waiting for him because she's just hysterical right now because of after that whole fact of, the rope tying around her. She just runs out with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's running through the house. She's screaming at everything, too.
Yeah.
She's getting freaked out. Like, the lights are, like, going on and off. Mind you, there's no lights. It's just the candles. They're flickering on and off and stuff. And at this point, it cuts over to the doctor. And he leaves his room to go to Frederick and say, hey, I hear footsteps downstairs. There's somebody else here. I feel like there is somebody else here in this house. So he's like, you check the downstairs and I'm going to check all of the upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And Frederick at first is like, no, we should go together. And he's like, no, why would we go together? Like, what if somebody's hurt? Then we're wasting time.
Mm-hmm.
So then Frederick's like, yeah, you know what? Good point. So he goes downstairs. It looks like the doctor is going to be looking around the room, but he ends up going into the room where Annabelle was laid down, and he wakes her up. And then you discover that they are both actually lovers working together to kill Frederick. And they were like, the plan's all working out. Nora's freaked out.
That's my favorite part, because he's like, everything's going to according to plan. She's freaking the fuck out. Like, leave the woman alone. Jesus.
Nora's freaking the fuck out. She took the gun. She's going to definitely shoot him. Dead.
So what to rely on a crazy person for?
Basically, like, your hope is all that. Because I even said, I was like, what if she's a terrible shot?
Yeah.
Like, and she misses him.
Yeah, what if she wasn't a fucking crack shot like she was?
Or what if he's able to convince her, like, it's okay, calm down.
Yeah.
And she comes to her senses. Like, it's a lot A lot of faith you're putting into this lady.
Yeah, they really were hoping for the best.
Yeah. Yep, they were really, really hoping for the best. So then she's like, oh, help me get out of this. And then you see under her clothing, she has this vest that helps people be lifted up.
Mm.
So that explains the fake suicide, whatever. So then he's like, okay, I'm going to go downstairs, meet me through the secret room in the cellar after the gunshot goes off. So then we do hear a gunshot, Frederick runs all the way down to the cellar. Nora's freaking out. She's hysterical. And Frederick's trying to calm her down, and she shoots him.
Fucking right in the gut.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect aim.
So he falls to the ground. She takes off running because she's scared shitless.
Mm.
As that's happening, the doctor comes downstairs. The body's gone now, though. Was the body gone yet?
No, so he gets down there and he opens up the acid vat and he was going to dump him. And right before that happens, the lights go out and we hear a tussle followed by a big splash. And then the lights come back on and everybody's gone. So we don't know what happened there. And that's when Annabelle comes in. And she is, looking around, calling out for the doctor, like, hey, where are you? And she starts to hear voices, and she looks into the vat, and we see a skeleton pop out and slowly rise up out of the acid and just start cartoonishly walking towards her. And she's, again, no fight or flight, just freaking out. And it walks and kind of like sheep herds her towards the acid vat and then calmly just kind of pushes her in. And we see her fall in and she dies. And as that happens, we see Frederick come out holding like this big puppeteering thing, and he's like turning levers, and the whole skeleton was on like wires, and he takes it and just throws it in the vat. And that's when Nora and Lance come back.
And the rest of them, well, they're able to get Lance out of the
secret room.
The secret room, and then everybody rushes down to the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nora's trying to tell them she shot Frederick. And then Frederick calmly is like, it's all right, Nora, you didn't shoot me. I gave you blanks.
I filled your gun with blanks. Probably the smartest thing anyone did in that movie, because that chick was out of her mind.
Yeah. And just told everybody, like, the doctor and his wife plotted against him, but they were playing a game, and he was also playing the game.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm ready for the justice system to tell me if I'm guilty or not. And then he just calmly walks away. And then everybody just kind of leaves except for Watson, who he's like, oh, the ghosts are stirring tonight. There's 2 more now. And they'll be coming for me next. And he looks at the camera and he's like, then they'll be coming for you. Oh no. And then,
Then credits roll.
Roll credits.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I will say I was a little on the fence about watching this one because I felt like I wasn't going to really like it.
I'm surprised you did.
Why were you surprised I did? So he showed me the trailer, right, guys? And the trailer was awful.
Yes, it was.
The trailer was awful. In my head, I'm like, oh God, I have to watch this movie. It doesn't look good. But then I remembered our episode 4, Late Night with the Devil. I also did not watch that movie before. You also showed me the trailer of that movie, and that movie I absolutely loved.
Mm-hmm.
So then I just kind of was like, let me just trust the process.
Thank you.
Because even when the trailer ends up looking really bad, if you say it's a good movie, it ends up being a good movie.
Yeah.
And I actually really enjoyed this one. I love the bickering between Annabelle and Frederick. That was like my favorite parts of that.
Mm-hmm. Vincent Price is a legend. Anything he's in is really good. He is a horror icon. This is definitely one of my favorite horror movies for sure. Just because, I was introduced to it so young, so it stuck with me.
This is I feel like this is a good horror movie to start with too.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it advertises it as like a ghost movie, but it's not.
It's really not. Aside from the creepy caretakers floating across the floor, but she was just blind. I don't know why.
Yeah, what's up with them?
They never explain it.
They definitely are ghosts. I'm convinced.
Something.
Because if they're caretakers too, then why the heck is the house dirty? Like there was cobwebs and everything.
Full of cobwebs.
But I guess because the caretaker's blind, so.
She's not doing a very good job.
Yeah.
Cleaning the wrong house.
And I guess they feel bad letting her go. They're probably like, oh, she's part of the furniture at this point.
You know what? I would probably be the same way. I don't know. Like if I was Watson and I owned the house but didn't go in it, and this woman needed a job, I'd be like, you know what? You go clean Coco.
Oh, if I was rich, then I'd be hiring random people that like, and if I had the money to pay them, I would be paying them.
Yeah.
Like if I knew that they were really good people and they just needed,
a house to clean so she's not floating into traffic. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh. I'd be okay with it.
Yeah. She had a terrible case of lockjaw, and it was pretty bad.
Yeah, the guy wasn't a walk in the park either. Anyways, I got some fun facts for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So besides this, also like I want to say this film was really, really good for only being 85 minutes long.
This is a very short movie.
It's a very, very short movie.
Yeah.
On Rotten Tomatoes, 80%.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
The popcorn meter, 73%.
Okay.
Which is not bad.
It's still pretty good.
Really good. What was your thought that you were about to say?
A lot of like the classic movies from back then are very short.
Very short?
They are very like to the point because, movies back then especially were like all the effects had to be practical. So like it was very expensive to make.
Yes.
So they didn't have the money to like add in random scenes that just were filler. They had to be like, all right, scene, like straight to the point.
So speaking of budget, their budget was super low.
What was it?
I don't know.
Oh.
Their budget was just really, really low. So, but the movie ended up being a huge box office success. The film was shot in only 14 days, and it premiered 6 months before. Sorry. I worded that wrong. 6 months after they filmed is when it released.
This is why haunted house movies, like, you could make them very cheap because you're only using like one central location.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to do much with it. Especially like movies back then. Like there wasn't that many, like, I would think the most they would spend their money on is her outside the window. That would be it. But the rest, you're just filming people in a house freaking out.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with Saw. Saw was a huge success, but the first one, I think their budget was like, I don't know, less than $2 million. Like it was very cheaply made, but it became a huge hit because they knew how to work the area. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me think of some other facts for you. Okay, let me go down this list. So this movie inspired Alfred
Alfred Hitchcock.
Hitchcock. He's the director of Psycho.
Yes.
He got his inspiration of Psycho from this.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Alfred Hitchcock. My mom loves Alfred Hitchcock. She watches everything.
Everything of his?
Yeah.
This also inspired a whole bunch of other horror movies later on, the whole like funhouse styled scares. The director William Castle was famous for his outrageous theatrical gimmicks.
Mm.
So a lot of people use that. And when this movie premiered in the theater, how they would promote this movie for people to come and watch it was that they had this skeleton go across the theater.
I love that.
And yeah, so they used that primarily as advertisement. So that's why a lot of people were like flocking to go and see this movie.
That's awesome.
Eventually they had to stop doing that though, with the skeleton going across, because kids were kind of realizing what was happening with that. So now teenagers were bringing like BB guns or throwing like snacks up at the skeleton.
That's fun.
Or trying to smack it. So they had to like get rid of it. So now it only shows up periodically, like for special occasions, that they'll still do it. But yeah. And they advertised more the skeleton or like certain scares to get people to come see this movie instead of actually promoting the movie itself. And it worked.
Yeah, it's...
That house that you despise the look of was also used in a whole bunch of other movies, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Blade Runner, Game of Thrones used the exterior too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The skeleton was so popular that it actually got credited in the credits as playing himself.
I love that. They really did, pimp the skeleton. Like I remember on the cover of the VHS tape I had, the skeleton is just front and center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the theaters leaned in on that.
Smart.
And people loved it. And that's how people came to see the movie.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen it in the theater with the skeleton going across.
They still do it once in a while. You just have to look for it.
Yeah, I gotta look for it.
Yeah.
They did do a remake of this in 1999. It is so bad that I stopped watching it maybe 20 minutes in. And because they changed the story up a little. Sorry, did you have more fun facts?
Was it the same thing? No, it's okay. I only have one more fun fact, but you can go and say what you need to say.
Oh, I was just gonna say they got a star-studded cast for the remake, and it was just so bad.
It was so bad.
Oh my god!
Sometimes remakes are just should not happen.
Yeah.
Like I think that there is a remake, and I don't know if it's just that I'm getting trolled, or if it is that there is going to be a remake of 13 going on 30, and it's like, why?
For what reason?
Like, what's the reason?
What else can you do with that concept?
You can't. I mean, they've done that concept before with like 17 again.
Yeah.
Like that concept is not new, but it's like, why would you want to do a remake of something like that?
And that movie didn't come out that long ago. I mean, what, like 20 years?
Early 2000s.
Yeah, so it's not like it was, I hate when they remake movies that came out within 20 years. That's annoying.
That movie probably leaning more towards 30 years. But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to look it up right now. 2004.
2004. All right, so still, I don't know. I hate when they do that.
20. No, you're right. 22 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, let's not age it that far.
Yeah. It's just too soon. But, yeah.
Yep.
You got another fun fact?
No, never mind.
What?
I kind of mushed it in with the whole snacks and the throwing, but it was the Emergo effect. That's what it's called.
Mm.
The whole skeleton thing. That's what it's called. And that's what the director kind of created. And he laid the path for other people to use that tactic in their horror movies.
I've never gotten to go to the theater and watch a movie when they do like the extra shit like that. Because they do that. Like what you see that with like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
They do that for Rocky Horror.
I've always wanted to go to that, and I never have.
You can buy confetti and throw it.
Yeah.
And shit.
I have a friend who he's an older gentleman, but he told me, because we were talking about that one day, and he's like, "Oh, I used to do the stage show for Rocky Horror," and he played what's his name, Janet's fiance. I'm blanking.
Oh, I'm not gonna know at the top of my head. You know, I'd be bad at like Jeopardy or stuff like that because the minute you ask me a question, I just go blank.
That was Brad. Yeah, he played Brad. And he's like, yeah, it was great. I just ran around in my underwear on stage for like 2 hours. It was fun. I'm like, all right.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I've never gotten to go to like the movies when they add all that extra shit. And they do that for a lot of movies. It's just never anywhere near here.
No, it's not near here. You have to drive.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do that, and I've always wanted to go to New York where they do, like, you watch a movie, and for different scenes, they bring out a different course of the meal. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I have seen that.
Would love
We can go.
We should definitely do that.
Yeah, because the New York one is pretty easy to get to. You just take the train.
I think we should do that one day.
I've gotten somewhat acclimated with the train.
You're getting pretty good.
For the couple times I've had to go there for work. Usually I go with people, though, because I do zone out a little bit.
Yeah. But it is now your turn to spin the wheel.
It is my turn! Yay!
What are you hoping you get? Because I'm
gonna say it, and you're gonna be so mad, but I'm hoping to get Cosmic now.
Okay.
Because now I have something for Cosmic that I recently watched. Don't say it, because I think you know what it is. But it was pretty good, and I really want us to do that movie.
Okay.
If I land on Cosmic. If not, Kids Halloween. We have the same movie. Like, I just told Josh if he lands on Kids Halloween, he has to do this movie.
You just watched the movie yesterday.
Okay, but don't say it.
I won't say what it is, but you literally watched it last night.
I don't care. It's one of my comfort movies.
All right. And it's slowly becoming one of mine as well.
And I was like, are you going to watch this with me, Joshy? And then he was like, I'll watch most of it. You watched half of it with me yesterday.
Yeah, I watched a fair amount.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's not even like the best movie ever. It's just
so good, though.
It's comforting.
Yeah.
All right. I'm spinning. No.
No, you landed. You landed directly on it. No. Follow the rules. Follow the rules.
I'm not doing it. That wasn't the spin. Hold on. I'm doing it.
All right, hold on. Don't stop for a second. All right. So I'm going to give you a bonus spin. I'm going to be nice and give you that. All right.
I'm about to just take it off.
No, So right now you're going to do one good spin, and whatever it lands on, even if it's that,
Close your eyes.
No, I'm watching.
Close your eyes. Please, 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 please. Yes. Yes.
I should have made you do the
yes. So, okay. So I originally spun it and it landed on psychological.
Uh-huh.
And then I just kept spinning the wheel because I was like, absolutely not. I'm not ready for that. I don't have anything for that. And I'm still not ready for that. And I think I'm just going to leave it for the last one.
Jesus.
Because we just don't want to do it. If you land on it, would you do it?
Yeah.
You would?
I follow the rules.
Oh, I'm a cheater.
Yeah.
I'm a big fat cheater. So I got Cosmic.
Pissed. I wanted it so bad.
But I wanted Cosmic too.
All right.
You know, to be honest with you, once I understood it, then it sparked my interest. Do you want to explain what Cosmic is?
So, Cosmic is hard to explain. If you know, like, H.P. Lovecraft and, like, that kind of story, that's what Cosmic is. It's essentially horror that can't really be described. It's out of your, like, realm of understanding. A lot of space shit. If you know who Cthulhu is, that. Yeah, basically just horror outside of your comprehension.
Yeah. That's a good way to describe it. Horror outside of your comprehension.
Makes you go absolutely insane.
Yes. And recently I had watched Cosmic horror genre. I was going to say, let me look up the definition that it also says.
I'm not doing it justice. I'll tell you that.
You said it how it says here, focuses on the fear of the unknowable and human insignificance. Yeah, so basically what you said.
Yeah.
Like it's just beyond you.
Ergo, any H.P. Lovecraft story.
Yep. Alrighty, so I'm going to do Cosmic. Thank you.
I wish we could leave that on there so I could get it.
I can leave it on there.
We might have to, because I have a movie that I want to do for that.
Okay, so I can leave it on there, but to be fair, if you get it next week, because next week will be your time to spin. If you get Cosmic again, you'll have to spin it again, because I don't want to do 2 Cosmics back to back,
that's fine.
just to space it out.
Yeah, that's fine.
But if I land on Cosmic again, I'm not doing another Cosmic.
No.
I'll just spin it again.
All right. Well, we've broken the rules, and now we're doing Cosmic next week. So
I've broken the rules. I'm sorry. I'm doing it because I don't want to do psychological. Oh, shit. I did have a psychological movie.
So, goddamn it.
No, it's okay.
Just do it.
No, it's okay. I want to do Cosmic now.
Why
am I erasing it?
What are you doing? Jesus Christ.
Okay.
All right. So we will be back next week with Jess's pick for Cosmic, which should have been psychological, but is now Cosmic. Thank you all so much for listening.
Shh. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be all right.
Jesus Christ.
Alrighty.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Or good day. Whatever time you're listening to us.
Or good afternoon. Who knows?
Alrighty. Bye, guys.